American consumers are struggling right now. They're not seeing any difference in the prices of the goods that they're going to the store to purchase. I mean, obviously inflation has slowed, so prices have come down just a tad, but it still hasn't come down enough, most prices, to really be making a difference for American families. And that's why on Monday, while announcing a new White House supply chain initiative, President Biden got tough and called out corporations for price gouging American consumers. Here is what he had to say. Any corporation that has not brought their prices back down, even as inflation has come down, even as the supply chains have been rebuilt, it's time to stop the price gouging. Give the American consumer a break. That's the kind of tough talk. That's the kind of calling out these corporations, although he should have done it by name, that we've been waiting to see. Because he's absolutely right. Now listen, I get there is a lot of people on the left right now that are talking about the fact, and I've talked about this too, that the big problem President Biden has is that Americans are not seeing any difference in their financial status since he became president, right? Obviously, we had the supply chain issues, which was a COVID-related thing. Then we had the inflation because of the supply chain issues, things that effectively, for the most part, were out of Biden's control. American consumers got hurt, and they're still hurting today. And they haven't seen much relief, even though those other areas, the supply chain, the inflation, those have not been completely fixed, but they're fixed enough to where we shouldn't be seeing the prices we have today. The reason we see the prices we have today, and the reason there's so much struggling with American families, it's not because of what Biden has done. It's not because of supply chain. It's not even because of COVID anymore. It's because corporations openly admitted during the period of really high inflation that they use that as cover to artificially inflate their prices. And I explained this a year and a half ago, but I'll explain it again. Here's what happens. And again, corporate leaders admitted this. Like we've done segments here on Ring of Fire talking about how they admitted to do this. Here's what they do. When you have inflation go up, right, and prices on everything rise, 3%, that's a big jump for prices. So what these companies do is they say, okay, well, prices are already going up. What if instead of just going up 3% because, the supplies, everything else went up 3%, let's just tack on another 1%, right? So instead of our prices going up 3%, they go up 4%. And then when inflation comes back down and that 3% goes away, there's still that 1% bump above where it used to be. So the plus 1% now becomes the base price, and this original price down here is history, gone forever. So this becomes the new standard. So then when we have more inflation come along, then they'll add another 1%, then inflation will go down, but suddenly this becomes the new floor, and this one is history as well. Gradually over time, corporations inflate their prices, keep inflating their profits, and President Biden was right to call them out. Problem is, he's got to do more than just call them out. Right? Price gouging is illegal here in the United States. So, I don't know, maybe get the DOJ? Maybe have congressional hearings, right? I mean, if what they're doing is not illegal, because some price gouging is illegal, some's not, it depends on how the collusion and whatever works. But what you can do is you can shame these people into lowering their prices. Have congressional hearings. I know it's not going to happen in the House, but it could damn sure happen in the Senate. Call these CEOs. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders have been working on this for years now. Call these people into the Senate. Make them justify their price increases to the American public. Put a face to it that is not President Biden. Because right now, everybody is blaming him. Put somebody else's face to it, the face of the person that's actually doing it, and maybe you'll see those poll numbers start to turn around. It's worth a shot because you got nothing to lose at this point. Ring of Fire has fresh content 7 days a week, so if you want to be reminded about it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell to be notified every time a new video goes up.